Hello everyone, myself Vishwu Sodi, your cloud computing subject teacher. So अब तक हमने cloud computing cover किया, what is cloud, their types, all. In detail we have studied and we have seen the two practical also, right? So here we're going to see about architecture of cloud computing. So you can see here in this diagram, client interface there, right? Then front end, back end, internet, which is the network. Okay, then here application service, runtime, cloud storage, infrastructure, and these all are given. Okay, so let's discuss about this. First of all, um, cloud computing architecture. As we know, cloud computing technology is used by both small and large organizations to store the information in cloud, okay, and access it forms anywhere at any time using the internet connections, as you can see in your figure or diagram also in this. So cloud computing architecture is a combination of service oriented architecture and event drive architectures. So cloud computing architecture is divided into two following parts. See here which one is the two following part is, as you can see in this diagram, front end and back end. This both is cloud computing architecture is divided into front end and back end. In front end you can see here client infrastructure is there, right? And in back end these all are there. So let's discuss here. Okay, so the above diagram show the architectures of cloud computing, which is divided into two parts, that is the front end and back end. So front end, here see front end. The front end is used by client. Okay, you know very well. Suppose for example, listen, एप्लीकेशन है, ओके, या मोबाइल है, आप लोग व्हाट्सएप यूज करते हो, मतलब आप कोई भी एप्लीकेशन यूज करते हो, तो यू आर यू फ्रंट एंड यूजर, ओके, बट यू डोंट नो कि बैक एंड में उसको कितने कोडिंग लगी, उसमें कितनी कनेक्टिविटीज है, ये सब बैक एंड एरिया में होता है जो हम लोग देख नहीं सकते, बट इन फ्रंट एंड वी कैन यूज इट इजीली, राइट? सो हियर the front end is used by client, okay, means used by us. It contains client side interface and applications that are required to access. And the cloud computing platform our front end includes web servers, including Chrome, Firefox, you can say Internet Explorer, Google's, all, right? So thin and fat clients. So we have discussed in my previous lecture what is a thin. We had used thin and fat client who किसी thin and flat client बोलते, we have studied in previous lecture only, right? And mobile devices. Okay, so front end is used by client here and back end is used by service provider, मतलब who provide the service. Of course, if we want to provide service, so we require to manage data, right? And suppose just 1 minute. Okay, then if we have to do connectivity database with, to store the particular apps data, coding we require, which all are done through backend only. So backend is used by service provider and front end is used by clients. So you know now the client, it contains the client side interface like applications, then that require the access in cloud computing platforms, right? Then the backend is used by service provider. It manages all the resource that are required, okay, to provide the cloud computing service. So जो भी service requirement है वो provide करता है cloud computing को. Who provide service provider. It includes a huge amount of data storage, then security mechanism, virtual machines, then developing models, server traffic, control mechanism, and so on. So just note, keep in mind that front end is used by client and back end is used by service provider. Front end, which use the means application, whatever application we are using, means front end is used by client. It contains client side interface and application that are required to access and cloud computing platforms. The front end includes web server, then web servers, you know, it's web servers including Chrome, Firefox, right? Okay, then and mobile device also. you can say that it comes under the front end, which is used by the client. And backend here, the backend is used by the service provider. It manages all the resources, right, that are required to provide cloud computing services. It includes huge amount of data storage. So this is about your front end and back end here. Okay, now let's see uh, this information. Okay, components of cloud computing architecture. So let's discuss about components of client architecture here. This all component, let's see. Okay, so here first is a client. There are following components of cloud architecture here. It's a client interface, infrastructure, sorry. So client infrastructure, the client infrastructure is a front end component. So client, because it comes through, it used by client only, so it's called front end component. It provides GUI, that is a graphical user interface, to interact with the cloud. Okay, so GUI is used for, very well, we have studied in IoT lecture also, in my previous lecture also we study, and in offline lectures we study. So GUI is nothing but is a graphical user interface, right? So it is provided by front end component. This means client infrastructure is a front end component. It provides GUI to interact with the cloud. Okay, then next is the application. Application is a, that may be any software or platform that client wants to access. Okay, it may be any platform and what any software which client want to access. Then services, a cloud services manage that which type of service you access according to client requirements. Then cloud computing offers the following three types of services. We have studied already also SaaS, that is the okay. So three types of services follow. Okay, so here, so in services application, very well, is done by a client only, client interface. It is in services like SaaS, then PaaS and IaaS. Okay, so let's discuss. So SaaS, it is also, that is a software as a service. It also known as a cloud application service. Mostly SaaS applications run directly through the web browser, means we do not require to download and install this application. Some important example of SaaS is given below, like Google Apps. Then you can say uh, HubSpot, Cisco WebEx. Okay. So next service is a platform as a service, that is called PaaS in short. So it is also known as a cloud platform service. It is quite simple, similar to SaaS. Means it is quite similar to SaaS, but it different is that PaaS. Okay, but the difference is that PaaS provide a platform for software creation, but using SaaS, we can access software over the internet without need of any platform. Example, Windows Force Com, then Commerce Cloud. Okay, then next is a runtime cloud. Runtime cloud provides the executions and runtime environment to the virtual machine. Then storage. Okay, then storage here, runtime cloud is used for execution. In application, it's a client interface. Service is provided by SaaS, as and PaaS. Then runtime cloud is used for the runtime execution. Now storage, and then infrastructure. Okay, so runtime cloud provides the execution and runtime environment to the virtual machine. Then storage. And storage is one of the most important components of cloud computing. It provides a huge amount of storage capacity in cloud to store the and manage the data. Okay, then infrastructure. It provides service on the host level, application level, and network level. So infrastructure provides service host level, application level, and network level. So cloud infrastructure includes hardware and software components such as server storage, network device, then virtual software, and other storage resources that are needed to support cloud computing models. So infrastructure support the storage devices, okay, I explain here. Then management. After infrastructure, management and security. Okay, so let's discuss about management. Management is used to manage components such as application service, runtime cloud, storage, then infrastructure, and other security issue in the backend and establish coordination between them. Then security. Security is a built backend component of cloud computing. It implement a security mechanism in the backend. So this all about the cloud computing. Here we have study about management, security, infrastructure, application service, runtime, storage, and client. But you know very well, front ends comes client infrastructure, and back ends comes this all. But the most important is internet. Without internet, is it possible to run? Is it possible to call? No. A particular. It is possible to reach one place to another place. No, it's not possible. So the internet is a medium through which front end and back end can interact and communicate with each other. Oh, got it? So let's discuss after this architecture. Let's discuss the layer. Okay. So this is the layer of cloud architecture. Okay. So here business process, application data, OS, middleware, networking. Okay. So, four-layer cloud infrastructure as a service. The basic layer of cloud infrastructure is a infrastructure as a service. Then platform as a service is second layer. Cloud in the cloud platform. The cloud is a platform, and software as a service SaaS is okay. Then business process outstanding BPO. So first, let's see infrastructure as a service. The basic layer of cloud is the infrastructure. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. This layer is a basically hardware and network. So here, this is a form of regular server or hosting company. Are mainly two things: scalability and virtualization. What is the most important is scalability. The the true IaaS vendors ask you can say scaling their IaaS layer into such huge quantities that they you can say the marginal cost of adding more GB storage and so on, the coveraging towards the zero. One of the first service where this was seen was in the Gmail and Google email. Okay, there is Google Gmail services where each user gets around 8 GB of free storage. Okay, any Gmail in order to do this. So Google built data centers. Okay, so Google will build the data center here. Okay, then then here millions of the servers. The second difference from traditional hosting is the virtualization. This is a piece of software that virtualization are all the hardware virtualization lets the IS vendor utilize their computing resource to the as highest as 90% compared to an individual company having their own service in most of the time. Then platform as a service. The second layer of cloud is a platform. Okay. The platform as a service. The platform layer provides resources to actually build application in combination with IaaS and PaaS. Provide the ability to develop, test, run, and host application. The platform layer opens up third parties and to their software, okay, to cloud service. An example well known PaaS is a Microsoft Azure, the platform provides developer with swift access to a full development and deployment environment, and even let you host the applications you are building. Okay, then software as a service. Okay, this all are we are studying about software as a service. Okay, platform as a service. We have discussed about software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service in my previous lecture also, in offline also. So this is the only layer here, how to use in business process application. So these services are most important, right? So the third cloud layer is a actual software, that is the SaaS. So SaaS has been used for many years, but in cloud setting, it is a layer which the use consume the offering from the services provider. The SaaS layer must be okay. The SaaS is a must be web based and hence accessible from everywhere. Okay, so on other hand, it's important to understand the cloud is much more than SaaS due to the layer that bundles together makes out the whole cloud stack. Then business process outstanding, BPO. The top layer of the cloud is a business process outstanding, as BPO certainly is not a technology. There are discussions about whether BPO, that is business process outsourcing, can be regarded as a cloud layer, but it mentioned in a beginning of the article, the cloud is all about business models, not a technology, right? So whereas other layers, the cloud are connected, concerned with the consuming services from vendors. BPO is about outsourcing services. A vendor, and hence the same logic applies as the other layers. The layer are only fractions of what cloud is about, but it is important to understand this concept as it is the core of cloud computing. The picture as shown in your stacks of layers, right? Now, next is understanding the cloud ecosystem. Cloud is understanding the cloud ecosystem. Okay, so this is your cloud ecosystem. This both. Okay, customers, cloud platforms, this is all finance, AP, CRM. Okay, architectures, others, services, cloud routine, security, management, storage, infrastructure, application, backend, and front end. This is all same, similar, same like upper one which we have studied, right? So let's discuss cloud ecosystem. A cloud ecosystem is a dynamic system in independent elements of all of which work together to make cloud services possible in nature. An ecosystem is a consists of objects that are linked and work together, that are and non-living. The ecosystem consists of hardware and software in cloud computing, as well as cloud clients and cloud developers concerned in integration and collaborations. So, how cloud ecosystem works? A public cloud provider includes a cloud environment. It may be an IaaS provider like Amazon Web Service, or vendor like Self, Salesforce and SaaS. The tech companies that use the anchor platform of the provider, as well as consult and you can say that companies that have formed strategies partnerships. Okay, with the anchor providers are you can say that center of the cloud services. Since the business overlap, okay, there is a no okay vendor log in making environment more dynamic. So AWS is for the instance in the core of ecosystem, but It also part of the ecosystem of the of the Salesforce. Runs or verify its service to infrastructure of AWS, and Salesforce clients can access the parts of AWS such as simple storage, then through the service called connectors, right? The benefits of cloud ecosystem here. So aggregation data and evaluating out how each component of the systems influence the other component is often easier to aggregate. For instance, it may possible to analyze trends across the entire patient's population. If an environment, consists of patients' records, then smart device logs and healthcare providers records, cloud deployment model analyze is a cloud environment can be stabilized and record resulting in a defendable services. Okay, deliver service. So here, cloud deployment model analyze the cloud environment can be stabilized and recorded, resulting in a deliver service series. So here, to define the deployment analyze is used to deployment model type. So cloud you can say readiness evolution, evaluating the skills to handle an organization implementation of cloud enables the solution. So these visions of cloud adoptions, outstanding or government's plan, then plan market performance and business access cases. Okay, so that highlights the project's advantages to the concert a step by step plans to the frame the cloud is, you can say an ideal sequence developing you can say sustainable guidelines system will initiate and guide transformative cloud sector strategy use axis. So this is the advantages building a set case studies and scenario of to guide and analyze the selection and you can say that candidates workload cloud friendly architecture of you can say okay leave it the following cloud ecosystems architecture is cloud service user, cloud service provider and cloud service partner. Okay, so cloud service user provider and cloud service. Okay, let's discuss. So cloud service user is an individual or company who use cloud service that are distributed. So end user may be individual machines or apps. Cloud service provider, a cloud service provider company that are provide the management, the cloud service providers. Cloud service partner is an entire or organization which supports the certain of service offered by a partners. So next is a cloud reference model. So here cloud reference model. See this cloud reference model. Okay. So cloud reference model. The cloud reference model is a framework used by consumer and vendors to define best practices for cloud computing. The reference model defines five main actors: the cloud consumer, cloud provider, cloud auditor, cloud broker, and cloud carrier. If we look in okay, if we look in the reference model as seen as in this image, we will find the classification of cloud computing service. You know very well services IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. And here one more is a Web 2.0, which you can see in the diagram only. So infrastructure as a service is a cloud computing offering in which a vendor provides user access to computing resource such as servers, storage, and networking. Then a platform as a service is a cloud computing offering that provide user with a cloud environment in which they can develop, manage, and deliver application to the read more about. Okay, then software as a service is a cloud computing offering that provides user with access to vendor cloud-based software. User do not install application on their local devices. Okay, instead of application resides on the remote cloud networks. Access through web or applications through the application user can store and analyze data, can collaborate on provide projects. Then web 2.0 is the term used to describe variety of websites and application that allows anyone to create and share online informations or material they have created. Key element of the technology is that allow the people to create, share, collaborate, and communication. So cloud computing is an interface-based computing in which a share pool of the resource is available over broad network. Okay, broad network access. So this resource can be, you can say, the release within a minimum management efforts and service providers. So types of cloud is a public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. So types of cloud: public, hybrid, and community. So public cloud and private cloud. Okay, so public cloud are managed by third parties which provide cloud server over the internet to the public. These servers are available as pay as you billing models. They are solutions for minimizing IT infrastructure concern and become a good option for handling uh, peak loads on the local infrastructure. Public clouds are the go-to options for small enterprise which are able to start their business without large upfront investment. Okay, by relying on public infrastructure for their IT needs. So the fundamental of characteristic of public clouds are, you can say, a public cloud is a mean to serve multiple user, not a single customer. A user requires a virtual community environment that is separated and mostly isolated from other user. So private cloud are the distributed system that works on private infrastructure and provide the user with dynamic provision of computing resource instead of pay as you go. Okay, model in private clouds. There could be other schemes that manage the usage of cloud and, you can say, properly billing of other different department of section of an enterprise. So advantages of using private cloud are customer information protection, infrastructure sharing slash. So customer information protection in the private cloud, security concern are the less since customer data and other sensitive information do not flow out, okay, of private infrastructure. Infrastructure sharing slash a private cloud provides specific operations such as appropriate clustering, data replications, system monitoring and maintenance, and disaster recovery and other services. Then compliance and with standard procedure and operations. The specific procedure have to be put in a place when deploying and you can say deploying application according to the third party application standard. This is not a possible in a case of public cloud. So this about your public and private cloud. Let's discuss about hybrid cloud. So a hybrid cloud is a heterogeneous distributed system formed by combining facility of of public cloud and private cloud. For this reason, they are also called heterogeneous cloud. A major drawback of private cloud deployment is, you can say, a scale on demand and efficiently address peak loads. Here, public cloud are needed, hence, a hybrid cloud takes advantages of both public and private clouds. Then, community cloud here. So community clouds are distributed system created by integration services of different clouds to address the specific needs of industry, community, or a business sector. In community cloud, the infrastructure is shared between organizations that have shared concern or tasks. The cloud may be managed by organization or third party. So sector of use of community clouds are uh, okay. We discuss about sector. Okay, the sectors that use in community clouds are media industry. Then media companies are looking for a quick, simple, low cost way for increasing the efficiency of content generation. Most media productions involve an extend ecosystems of you can say, it is a parents in particular, creations of digital content is a outcomes of the collaborations or collaborative process that includes the movement of the large data, a massive computer intensive tasks and complex workflow executions. So healthcare industries comes under the separate community clouds only. So in the healthcare industry, community clouds are used to share information and knowledge on the global level and with sensitive data in the private infrastructure. So then energy and coal industry. In this sector, the community clouds is used cluster and set, you can say, solution which is the address management and deployment and services are and operations. So scientific, you can say, research. In this organization, common interest in the science share the large distributed infrastructure for computing, scientific computing. So this is all about your previous lecture: community clouds, hybrid clouds, private cloud, public, these types, then cloud reference model, then this understanding the cloud ecosystem and the layers of application. This, so today's lectures over here. Okay, thank you. Let's talk.